Today's Q&A video is very timely. This was a comment posted on the recent video about frequency requirements to use Medbeds. As often does, my spirit took me off in another direction and reminded me of a message from Jen Han Eredyon that was shared with me by Dan Willis a couple of months ago. Timing is everything, so I hope that you will forgive me for not sharing this communication earlier, but there was so much other stuff going on at the time. So we get a 2-for-1 on this Q&A, an understanding of where mankind is going over the next several years, and a confirmation from a Pleiadian terraformer that we are further along than we are being told. A little business. I want to personally thank our newest supporting members of the channel who signed up within a couple hours of memberships going live. You guys are amazing. I can never thank Loyal One enough who has mentored me regarding our memberships. I also want to welcome and thank Vivian Hinckley and Gilda Santos for their support, and can't wait to start seeing the badges and custom emojis. I'm so happy that I'm going to get to know each of you a little better. I also want to give a special thanks to @Vingu9854 from Vietnam for your generosity. I just can't believe that I'm reaching people across the world and you are so kind and loving. This channel was destined, and I think this is one of the most beautiful communities on the internet. Thank all of you for your generosity. Now is a good time to remind you to hit that like button. Share this video if you know others that can benefit, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, we just started our membership program with some really great services for those who want to break free from the industrial medical complex and big pharma. I will link the video explaining the membership program, or you can just click on the membership button in the menu above all my videos to see what the various levels offer. I tried to put together something for everyone who wants to support the channel, so please take a look. So let's get to the comment from Teresa B8563 that inspired this video. Thank you for your comment, Teresa, and I am so happy to have you as part of the community. Here we go.
I have heard reputable people say you had to have a high frequency for the Medbeds to work. I believe one of the people was Carrie a few months ago, maybe longer. Now she seems shocked, kind of like you, that we were told that.
To be clear, Teresa, nothing shocks me in the struggle for truth that we find ourselves in, and I apologize, but I'm not familiar with Carrie, but to the point. I call it the nature of the beast. The beast being man. I understand that sounds cynical, but the fact is that it's the truth. Let me explain. Mankind is often driven by self-interest, with many individuals prioritizing personal gain over collective well-being. Throughout history, the pursuit of power and wealth has led people to justify nearly any action, revealing a darker aspect of human nature rooted in ambition, greed, and survival. This is the shift that we are undergoing as mankind moves into a higher and more loving frequency. The truth is that very few podcasters deliberately set out to lie to you. It could be as simple as them having a trusted source that has been controlled. The tactics used in this psychological warfare are consistent and creative. People who are unaware or have failed to even research the unseen aspect of this will often embellish or interpret something from their limited understandings. The pressure from the audience to have answers causes them to create deceptive content, and we must be ever vigilant because, in my experience, someone who started with a very good heart can be flipped. While very little has officially been proclaimed by the Alliance or the Federation, we do know some things. And the most important is that the Nordics and other extraterrestrials that are guiding us through this do have the frequency capacities. They are here to help us, not exclude us. I learned that this is way above the podcasters and their military connections or leaks. The average podcaster is completely unaware of the unseen. The beings that are helping us are higher vibrational beings of selfless love. They don't have competitions or mood swings or egos. The ones sharing this technology with us live in service to the greater good of lower civilizations, such as ourselves, to help in our evolution. Anything that serves to impede us is resistance tactics, which leads back to the deep state when you dig deep enough. That's their job and their joy most of the time. Just joking. They are happy to help us. Once we begin to evolve, we also understand the fulfillment that true selfless service brings. So when you hear things, remember this and ask yourself, what would selfless beings who have done this many times before do? Would they exclude people capable of loving frequencies? Would they have any need to punish people in this world if they can only love and want to help them? The Federation is very well aware of the dark influences over the world during most of our lives that have affected our actions, so please don't worry if you have made mistakes and are truly sorry and are prepared and have a genuine desire to lead a life of integrity. There will be people that cannot make it through this shift. They cannot be trusted. They have committed unspeakable crimes against mankind, and I can't confirm how they are being dealt with, but this is not what the Federation is here for. The Alliance deals with events and decisions related to things happening on Earth. The Federation will guide us, but they cannot interfere according to the Prime Directive. I will link a video at the end on the Prime Directive. I understand that it's difficult, but try to not think of the Medbeds as the prize or our right. We get what we energetically draw to us. Medbeds are the poster child for a much larger evolution that is going to occur on the planet. This is a shift into the Jetsons or Star Trek that will occur over many years. Quite a few people agree that the shift will be complete by 2030. Exactly what the completion of the shift entails, we don't know, and we don't talk about something that we don't have an understanding of. My guess is that by 2030, we will be acting independently and will have trained in quantum technology to the point that we will be innovating on our own with little support from above, but I cannot confirm that. Will we have replicators in 2030? I think there's a good chance on that one, but they will likely be a bit primitive at first. Will we have zero energy propulsion by then? I don't know, but Elon Musk is doing his best, and I would like to share a communication from Jen Han Eredyon to my friend Dan Willis that will give us a little more clarity on how rapidly things are moving. Jen Han said they are preparing for the Terran colonies on Mars to arrive in the next 2 years. Here is a transcript of the communication, which is dated 8/1/25, which I assume is January 8th of this year. Hello, my dear friend Dan. Greetings to you and your lady and household of other sentient beings. I have been occupied with my work here at Ares Prime Station. It is from here that we centralize all operations of planetary engineering, or terraforming as you may call it. I always have time for you. We have been very busy here, if I may say so, with the rush to prepare for the arrival of new colonies from Terra in the next 2 years. We must prepare biodomes and facilities with organic fertilized soil so that they can settle immediately and be autonomous. Dan's personal comment to me was that Elon says in the next 20 to 30 years we'll be on Mars LOL. I think he is not telling everything. Wink. I agree with Dan, and I hope that it helps you understand that things are moving along in an amazing way. no matter what is being admitted to in the news. Other worlds are preparing for our arrival. Peace is being created on our home planet, and we are moving into a time of great prosperity and peace. I feel sorry for those that won't allow themselves to see this progress. Please do not let fear affect your resolve in the future one little bit. The Dark Ones no longer have control. They lost the support of the dark extraterrestrials, and they know that it is a matter of time, so their aim is to create as much darkness as they can going out. We cannot rehabilitate them, and people much smarter than me know what to do with them. And so I continue to raise my frequency, and don't worry about the minutiae. My goal is to offset the negativity and destruction that has been so skillfully propagated across the planet. I hope that is your only worry as well. Enjoy the moment that we have been given. I'd like to close this with a quote from Lao Tzu, who has probably had more influence on me than any other teachers. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present.